Raso Pictures proudly presents The Mentors. The Mentors Show proudly brought to you by
For so long, the world of pageantry and modeling has been marred by myths and misconceptions, and more often than not, beauty queens have found themselves at the center of controversies and public scrutiny, which has resulted then into downplaying of the goals and purpose of the beauty pageants. My next guest today has worked both as a runway and interior model, while at the same time juggling her studies at Macquarie University as a student of literature and English. Would you please welcome with me Miss Tourism Bunyoro 2019, 2020, 2021, Liz Bagaya. Elizabeth,
Thank
welcome
you.
to the show.
Thank you.
I had to redo your intro because beauty queens deserve all those titles. But how many titles do you have before we go any deeper?
To start with, I have Face of Milk, first runner-up. Then I have Woman of Africa, the People's Choice Awards. And then I have Miss Tourism Bunyoro 2019, 2020, 2021.
Okay, so has it always been like a walk in the park for you to find yourself at the top during these pageants? Have you been told no, somewhere along the way?
No, I've never been told no. It's all about going for what you want and then getting that mindset that I have it, I have to get this, and then you have it. That's all.
What would you say has placed you at the position that you are right now, representing a whole region in the tourism industry?
I would say my intelligence and my confidence.
I can see that.
Thank you.
Okay, so who is Elizabeth Bagaya? You're a model, at the same time you're a beauty queen. I would like to know more.
Okay, Elizabeth Bagaya, to start with, I do lots of things though. I'm a teacher by profession, though I really don't consider that because I'm more into the modeling industry than the teaching profession. Yeah.
Are you ever going to teach anyone at this point, or you
No.
feel like you feel like you have it the easy way now and teaching would just be a whole lot another burden altogether?
Exactly.
I have been told that beauty queens become beauty queens because it's the easy way out for young girls. You don't want to do the hard work. So you see a beauty pageant, you're like, I am beautiful, I'm slim. We have it.
No.
Is that what really goes into being a beauty queen
No.
or a model?
No, that's not it. You know, you might be the small girl, you might be the confident girl and the tall girl, the beautiful girl, but if you're not really interested in the beauty pageantry, you can't go for it and get what you really want.
Yeah.
So it's all about the passion in you. You develop it way back, maybe when you're young till now.
Speaking of when you were young, who were you before you became this lady that we see now? Sincerely, your journey started somewhere.
It actually started way back when I was 3 years old. Exactly. I would just do like trainings and dancing, modeling with some group of people from the DRC. That's how I developed the talent, every talent that I have right now. That's what I've developed, yeah.
What talents do you have right now?
Dancing, acting, modeling, writing scripts, a lot.
Yeah.
I can sing as well.
And when you were at MOOC, as the face of MOOC, you used some of those skills, dancing,
Exactly.
Dancing,
Acting.
singing, acting, and modeling to create breast cancer awareness.
Exactly.
Can we hear more of that?
You know, we were told we're going to do a breast cancer awareness because we need to sensitize the people. We need to sensitize the university as a whole about breast cancer. So what we did, I just had to like form a script about breast cancer. And then after it, I was just like sitting, and then it came into my mind that, oh, imagine one time I'm just like in bed and then my breast is like hurting. What am I going to do? Will I call my sister to help me, or I'll go to the hospital? So I just wrote a script about that. I acted it and danced to it. It was just a magic I created.
Magic.
Yeah.
How was that? So it was beautiful. Do you feel like we are capable of sending out or conveying a message of social change, especially through the various skills that we and talents that people are lucky to have? I don't have a talent, so
You know, there's a lot of message to send out to the people when you have a talent.
yeah,
You can create a message through a dance. You can create a message through just walking on a runway and showcasing an outfit. You get?
yeah,
Now, when I talk about showcasing an outfit on a runway, let's say to sensitize people about breast cancer, you can wear a pink dress because breast cancer, the color is pink.
it's pink here.
Exactly. So you can just wear the pink dress and showcase as you walk on it. You get what I mean?
Yeah,
Exactly. And it just feels good doing those things.
yeah.
Yeah.
Have you since carried forward that advocacy of breast cancer, or did it die the moment you left
No.
Makerere University?
No, it didn't really die then because I'm still working on it. I went for my internship at St. Julian High School. I was probably the youngest teacher there because we were sent by the university. So what I did, I felt like these kids, they need to be sensitized about something, and they didn't have any club to do that. So I formed a club called Interact Club. And in that club, I introduced modeling, dancing, and acting. Because, you know, when you group these young children
Yeah.
with talent,
Yeah.
it's not, okay, I would say some are not really good at academics. Some are really good at their talent. So what I did was just like to advocate for breast cancer, HIV/AIDS, and all that. So I was amazed how the girls came out with like dresses made out of condoms, made out of sacks, made out of leaves, made out of pink sheets. I'm like, wow, thanks to my work, because they got to know more about breast cancer and HIV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have groomed some people along the way, and that is a very good thing because society will commend you for that.
Yeah.
Did anyone groom you and get you ready for the industry that you're in right now? You mentioned you started at the age of 3. Was your family always supportive? Because parents sometimes have their reservations about the things they've heard about the industry, and we're going to talk about them shortly.
Yeah.
But did someone really groom you to prepare you for where you are now?
Okay, to start with, I would say it was my mom and dad.
Okay.
They were always like supportive. They tell me, oh, you can do that. It's okay. Do it if you want to. So when I learned that I could dance, I eventually learned that I can do more things than just dancing, because it all started by dance.
Ah, so it started by dance. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then we've had some very ridiculous things about the world of pageantry, the world of modeling. In fact, some members of the society still do not consider the industry as safe for girls, and this is one that I have heard. When girls join the world of beauty queens, they are pimped by their agencies and trafficked outside of the country to wherever, you know.
Yeah.
So most people do not trust the industry per se. Although we've seen changes, people have become more accepting and more open-minded.
Yeah.
There is still that part of society that still thinks that the world of beauty queens is shady. Have you had that? Which
Yeah.
one have you had, first of all?
Okay, I would say that most parents, they think that when it comes to modeling, it's all about trafficking the ladies, the young ladies,
Exposing your body.
exactly, doing sex and all that. But that's not it. I would say the agency outside Uganda, the international agency, they just need to be open to us, the ones outside their country, so that we could know exactly what they really want from us, the models. So before you get signed into any other international agency, you really know what you're going to do and what you're not going to do. And then we should connect with our parents so that they understand well that it's not all about trafficking. Yeah.
I feel like some parents to beauty queens and models should receive some kind of awareness sessions just so they can trust the industry that their children are really being taken care of, if that makes sense. So I'm wondering, I mean, right now you are the Mysteries in Bunyoro. You weren't a few years ago. And are you saying your parents were totally, like, completely accepting and had no, like, they trust you and that's a good thing,
Exactly.
but do they trust society with their daughter?
Okay, I would say my mom, she was like, are you sure about this? I'm like, yeah. But she was really hesitant. She didn't want me to go for it. But that is always okay. As long as I'm taking care of myself and I know what I'm doing. You know, it's all about going for what you want and getting it.
And then showing them that you are actually doing something.
Exactly.
That is not what society has made this industry to be all about.
Yeah.
Do you think they're proud of you?
Very proud.
Okay, so as Miss Bunyoro, Mysteries in Bunyoro, what are your roles and responsibilities? Because we won't downplay what is written on your sash.
Okay, basically to advertise the different tourist sites at my region. We have lots of regions, like we have lots of tourist sites in Bunyoro region. We have the Murchison Falls, we have the tombs, we have the Kabaka's Palace, Omukama. Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah. So if you had to convince me right now to go and visit Bunyoro, what would you tell me?
I would tell you, you know what? Do you need to get a marriage partner? Come to Bunyoro. We have different kind of dances. Listen, we have different kind of dances to connect you to someone you would like to choose the right partner for you, and that is the Runyege dance and the Entogoro dance.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where the youth meet up to like get a married partner. It's really fun.
Yeah. Do you really think I would do well in that intermarriage?
You would.
No, I wouldn't. But we are going to go for a very short break. I am still catching up with Elizabeth Bagaya. Elizabeth Bagaya has been in the modeling industry for a while, and she's the current Mysteries in Bunyoro 2019-2020. And because of the COVID-19 pandemic, her reign was extended all the way to 2021. Lucky for her. We'll be right back. So you're trying to convince me that the Bunyoro men are quite vicatch, and I have my own reservations because of the side of Uganda that I come from. Again, cultural differences. Cultural diversity is beautiful, but we have differences that some of our older folk have been instilling in us, which we are trying to break, but I still have my reservations. However, the men aside, I am certain there are still other things that you would convince me to go and see in Bunyoro.
Okay, one, I would tell you that the first thing when you visit the Bunyoro region, we have the most hospitable people. You will be welcomed like none of the other regions would do. You get it? They'll be like down on their knees. And let's speak of the dressing. We wear what we call a mushanana.
Okay,
it's,
just like us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a skirt and a top and a wrapper.
Yeah.
So that's like a long mushanana up to down. It represents the way women of Bunyoro people conduct themselves. They respect themselves. And of course, when you see someone respecting herself, you eventually have to respect them. You give them the same respect they are doing to themselves. You get. And then we have our food. Oh my God, what should I start with? We have different kinds of dishes, the traditional dishes. We have the millet, posho. I think you've ever heard of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have that. It's made out of millet, the millet flour, and then we make it into like posho.
Okay.
We have guineas. Yeah, we do that as a traditional food. And then we have pasted roasted beef. You get that? Like you get the beef, you roast it, and then you cook it with peanut butter.
Oh my God, I love that.
Exactly.
I tasted it once. I was on a work trip to one of the districts in Bunyoro region. I loved it. I loved it. But they don't make it here.
Oh yeah.
They don't make it here in Kampala a
So,
lot. Well, I don't
come
see
to our home and I shall be glad to
You have me.
I'll be glad to make for you one simple dish and you'll be like, wow, this is like really good. I'm coming back next time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have mentioned something. You're going to allow me to ask you this question.
Okay.
Because of this show, we are trying to dismantle any misconceptions and myths, but at the same time, we want to do away with stereotypes that have been surrounding this industry. So I have to be as honest as I possibly can be. Now, when you look back at your culture and where you come from, as earlier mentioned, you know, the long skirts that we wear, which we seem to share with where I come from as well.
Yeah.
How accepting then is society of a model now who has to pose for photos in swimsuits, which I think so many people are still grappling with to accept. But at the same time, we have also heard that models and their photographers and their directors and their creative, whoever, you name it, seem to get entangled in situations. Yeah.
Community just need to accept models the way they are. I mean, we're in .com now. We know what we want, we know what we want to do, and we know what we want to get. It's not like taking pictures in swimsuits. Like, it doesn't mean you're entangling with your manager or your photographer or with your big agency person. You get, it's all about keeping it professional. You get, that's it.
Yeah. What would you encourage parents first, and then the girls that join the industry to do to see that they don't end up as victims of what society has painted this industry to be?
So one, I would tell parents to engage in the children's life. You need to know what your child is doing and you need to support her. If it's her talent, please support her. You never know what this might take her to or where this would take her to. Just believe in her and let her do it if that's what she wants. And then the girls joining the modeling industry, be sure of yourself that you really want this and you really want to do it. And then before you get signed into any agency, make research about the agency. Make sure you have a proper letter written by the agency, stamped, well detailed, and show it to your parents. And then, I know, just talk to the people, get to know more about their agency before you move in to sign any documents they give you. Exactly.
I think I agree with that. And it would be sad for girls to lose out on chasing their dream simply because of whatever is happening in the industry. Because it's not the industry, it's not the only industry that has these occupational hazards. Every industry has its own challenges, and such sexual harassment, assault, trafficking, all that can happen in all the other various professions. I think we all just have to be vigilant. Meanwhile, side note, that is how I missed my shot at becoming Miss Uganda because I didn't fully understand what went into it, and my parents are on the very conservative side. They totally stopped me from engaging ever. And by the time I was free and independent, I was beyond the age that Miss Uganda takes in, which I think is 24, which I also want to ask, do you think it's fair to put an age limit to such, in your own opinion?
I think it's fair to put an age limit.
Serious?
Yeah, for real. It is, because we need to, you know, sometimes people come in when they're like aged. Yeah, it's your dream, but you should have done it way back when you were like still 20, 21, 22. So girl, you're aging. You don't need to come.
I I should be allowed to chase my dream at whatever
yes,
age.
you are. No, okay. Now let me
But
tell
I
you.
get your point.
You can join modeling no matter what age you are.
Yeah.
Exactly. As long as it's what you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so speaking of you, because you sound like you are really passionate about modeling and about what it is you're doing, but it hasn't been all rosy for you. The first time that I met you through the producer of this show, you had a photo shoot with my stylist, and you were working on a crutch with the support of a crutch. And I remember asking you what happened, and this is what you said. You said, I have an injury, which is a result of a prolonged period of time wearing heels. Okay, wearing heels for a very, very long period of time. And I'd never heard of such a thing, never in my entire life. And I remember asking you, are you serious? Like, I was totally, genuinely stunned. You tell us about that.
Okay, when I went for Miss Tourism Uganda, I was okay. I was like really fine. So we went for a boot camp and it lasted for 2 months. All that time we were wearing heels, training, moving around, touring around Uganda, but you have to be on your heels. So little did I know that I really have like soft bones. So the weight that the heels exert on me and my weight on the hip bone, it just got a crack. So I was like, why do I have a sharp pain on my hip bone? Maybe it's just a minor injury, I'll be okay. So I just went on wearing it. I would feel the pain. We would train, I would feel the pain, but I kept on moving, I kept on going. Even at the grand finale at Serena, I was like, oh my God, am I going to make it? I was really in pain. I had to take painkillers, but I was like, no, I have to do this. I can't back out now. I have to do it. I had to wear heels 1 inch heels because of the injury already. I was like, God, you need to like just look at me right now and give me what I really want. I got the shortest heel I've ever worn on my runway. I felt so bad.
Emotional.
I felt like, wow, I had to leave my work behind and come for this to chase my dream. And then I get this injury and I feel like myself is like just backing out of the game. And I'm like, how am I going to do this on 1 inch heel? And I'm really tall. And if I wear the 6 inch, I'm like all the way up there. And it brings out my body and everything. I was like, fine, if this is it, I'll just go like this, like with the 1 inch and all that. Come what may, I don't care. I just had to do it. And after the competition, I was like, it's okay. At least I went on the stage and did what I really wanted to do. I came back 2 weeks after. I went for a scan, for an x-ray, and they told me you have a crack on your hip bone, you need a bed rest. That was like in January. So I got a bed rest for 2 months. After that, they were like, you need a support. You need to take your weight off the bone so that it can heal. So since then, I've been on a walking stick. It's okay. Though I've managed to build up young talents with my injury, I train young little models at Little Miss Africa and Little Mr. Africa. That's what I do. I don't mind that I have the injury, but I just do it. I love building up talents.
Your work is amazing, and it's the first, I have goosebumps because it's the first time I'm listening to the story in depth, and wow, I really admire your resilience through this, and how it must have felt, it must have been such a joyful moment for you when you were pronounced.
Exactly. You know, when we're like just backstage, you see everyone moving, running around, and you're in pain, and you're like, oh my God, this is crazy.
But amidst all that, is that your most challenging so far? Would you say?
I would say that.
Okay. But what would you say to other young girls who are watching this right now and would like to venture into the industry, would like to become models, but are scared, are held back by whatever it is we have just had a chat about, what would you tell them?
I would say if you're out there and you know you have what it takes to do modeling, to become a beauty pageant girl, just go for it. Don't let anything hold you back. If it's your mom, if it's your dad holding you back, talk to them, sit down, make them understand you, because it's what you are and it's what you need to become.
Yeah, I think
That's
you'd
it.
make a great judge, like on a panel. But a parting shot, what are some of the traits that they should possess for them to emerge on top during a competition?
One, I would say confidence.
Okay.
Exactly. You can be oversized, you can be short, but as long as you have the confidence, go, you have it.
Do you have anyone that you look up to in this journey, whether as a model or as a beauty queen? An icon, a mentor?
I look up to Amito. She's called Amito Lagum. She's actually a Ugandan from the northern region.
Yeah.
She started way back with Joram. She was at Joram Model Management.
Yeah.
I don't know, but she just inspires me a lot because when she started modeling, she didn't have what it takes. No, like she didn't have her parents at her back, like to support her and all that.
Yeah.
But she had to like gather a few things around and go for it. You know, before you get signed up to a modeling agency, sometimes the agency they ask for some amount of money, or they actually pay you when they need you so badly. So I remember when she had to travel to Kenya for a multi-big show. She really didn't have the transport to get there and everything, but yeah, she managed to get there. It's just like, you can say, chasing the dream that you want to, no matter what.
Yeah.
She did it.
Have you met her?
Yeah, I've met her
Oh,
like
really?
several
How was that
times.
for you?
Oh
How
my
do
God,
you
no,
feel each time you meet her?
You know, the first time I met her, it was like a coincident meeting. This is like really funny because I was at Nakawa, the market. And then I see her like walking around. I'm like, what? That's Amito. I was like, should I really go say hi? Or I was like nervous, but I was like, wow, that's my role model. And then she was just moving, you know. I just love everything about her. She's an international model right now. Yeah,
I admire her.
She's
she's really representing this country so well.
Exactly, she is. Yeah.
Speaking of representation, is it possible for Uganda to earn or increase any tourism earnings as a result of the campaigns Miss Tourism, as a general campaign, as a brand, is doing?
Yeah.
What are some of the activities the campaign is undertaking that could result into revenue for this country?
Let's start with the Miss Tourism Uganda beauty pageantry itself.
Okay.
You know, it has attracted many international people to come over to Uganda to just watch the show. You know, I was surprised when an agency contacted me through Miss Tourism Uganda. They were like, hey, you know what? We watched you on Miss Tourism Uganda, the finals, and we like what you do. We love who you are. I was like, wow, this is amazing. So how did they get to know the show and all that? They were like, that's what we do. We move around to pageantries in different countries. So now I would say even the girls themselves, when we move around touring other tourist sites and we advertise that we would be there, people would come around just to check out the places because we are there, the beautiful girls of Miss Tourism. Yeah.
Which reminds me of the curvy girls of tourism. What happened to that campaign? You don't have to answer if you don't have the answers.
I really don't have answers to that.
All right, let's move on.
Yeah.
On top of the advocacy work that you're doing and also the work that you do with the pageant, you are working with Little Miss Africa, where you basically deal with children.
Exactly.
What is that pageant all about? I think I've said it before during, I think I have an idea.
Yeah.
They normally bring those children out when we have like mega pageants.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Now I'm not off track.
So Little Miss Africa, it's all about getting children from different parts of countries into Uganda and then having them compete in developing African culture. It's all about African culture. That's the theme. So we train them how to be good children, how to live like an African, how to present themselves in front of cameras, how to model, how to dance. That's what we basically do.
Yeah. Do you not think then that what you're doing with children will impact on how they perceive education? What if the information you are sharing with them, and you know, the glamorous bit of the beauty industry holds them back from, say, performing in school, achieving their dreams? Do you have a way of balancing that out?
Exactly.
Education, because I could think, so I could actually chase my dream and become a model. Why should I go to school?
So what we do, we always give them time to study. That's like from January to March or April, they're in school.
Yeah.
But during holidays, we have them at our studio training and having fun. It's just like a holiday fun time. Yeah, every day or maybe every Saturdays or weekends, we bring them all together. They train, they dance, they have fun, they get to meet other children from other schools. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Are you signed to any agency right now at the moment? I read your profile and
at the moment, I'm not really signed at any agency, but I work with my manager. I'm on private.
You're in private.
I work with my manager.
Do you have any challenges you're facing as a model? We've left the pageant, the beauty pageant alone now.
No,
None.
I don't. Yeah.
I don't see why I should go to school for books then, if modeling is a walk in the park. In 2017, I had the privilege of attending Miss Uganda boot camp, courtesy of Reach a Hand Uganda. And I was there to help with capacity building, to share with the girls, etc. At that time, I was still a practicing journalist. And I remember some of the things that I saw amongst girls, and I think it's by nature because we have been told as girls to look at each other as competition. And I remember during those breaks, girls would come and you would ask them something about the other because it's just part of the entire process. And people would have no kind words to say about the next girl because they are there for the crown. And it's not a bad thing, but have you seen or encountered or witnessed that kind of competition amongst girls wherever you're working?
Oh yeah, big time. So it goes back to Miss Tourism Uganda boot camp 2019-2020, our boot camp. It was at WEG. Oh, so the night I got there, I was really welcomed by a fellow queen. She's called Sandra Nguna. Yeah, she welcomed me nicely and I was like, wow. I got there like at 8 p.m. in the night. So the next day, girls are like, you know, they pretend to be your friend, but at your back, they're really like backstabbing you because everyone there, like they're there for the crown. You get, everyone is looking at the crown. So you can't really just trust anyone like, you know, she's good. No, you don't.
Yeah, but is it possible to actually make genuine friends at that time? Because it's important for girls to build each other up, to complement each other. And it's very important even for you beauty queens. Even if the one thing you're all vying for is the crown, I mean, everyone wants it. That's why they are there.
Yeah.
But what is the importance of working together? I'll give you an example. I have watched other pageants, international pageants during boot camp. And yes, there are a few girls, but you see, what you see is different from what happens in this country.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's a Ugandan thing, but girls there seem to work together. They lift each other up, they pray for each other, and then wish each other the best when it comes to the competitions.
Okay, so you know the night before the grand finale of Miss Tourism Uganda, it was really funny how the girls got like all together. They were united. We actually prayed. I remember we prayed and we were like, yeah, we can do this. No matter the winner, no matter where the crown goes to, let's all be united. Yeah, I know we're going to cry after you've been called out of the stage, that you are out of the competition, but let's just keep supporting the last girl, because we are one. And till now, I would say that I have made lots of friends, by the way. You call them anytime, hey queen. We call them queen sister. Hey queen, I have this, can you help me? And they're like right there to help you. That's the beauty in having a boot camp, getting united at pageantry.
So you're the first person I've interviewed on this show who actually has no challenges, and I guess you're superhuman. Can I feel you? Are you real?
I wouldn't say it's superhuman. It goes back to what you really want and getting what you want in a proper way.
And then working with designers, how easy stroke hard has that been for you? Are they accommodating? How do you reach out to them? Are you the one that does the personal reaching out? Because I would like to understand how that works, and because that is collaboration in itself, which is very key in this industry.
Okay, the few designers I've worked with, they always reach out to me, because after seeing my work on social media, the photos I've taken and all that I've done, they reach out to me that, hey, can you help us? We need you to do a shoot in this. Like, we get you all the outfits and all that. Now, that's how it has been easy for me. And I think during Miss Tourism Uganda, I had to get my own designer and just work with them, pay them off for the clothes and all that. And it wasn't really difficult. Yeah.
In comparison, how do you think Ugandan designers are performing when it comes to the designs they are putting out for you people to showcase to the rest of the world?
Very good.
Very good.
Very good, yeah.
Okay. Your story is so inspiring, even to me. Even though I am past the age of contesting as Miss Uganda, I still think that my dreams are valid. There are so many other pageants that I can probably participate in. However, shall I be participating? We watch the space. Thank you for joining me for today's episode of The Mentors, and I hope that Elizabeth Bagaya's story has certainly had a positive impact on you, has changed your mindset about whatever it is you thought the beauty industry, the modeling and beauty industry was all about. I hope to see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.